Hey, what's up guys, Priest here, and today we're going to be playing some PC and showing you guys a few things and addressing one of my huge concerns in Rainbow Six Siege, and that is leaning from the hip on console. And if you guys don't know, this feature is not available on console or available on PC if you use a controller like me. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, ew, Priest, use a controller on PC, you're a fucking noob, blah blah blah, scrub, yada yada. Okay, I get it. Alright, but now, I mainly play Rainbow Six Siege on console, and that is the Xbox One. And I really wish we had this feature, and a lot of gamers on the Xbox One wish they had this feature as well. And the main reason I see floating around why they don't have it on console is because there's not enough buttons. And a lot of people think if you have a mouse and keyboard and you plug it into your Xbox using a third party device or adapter, that you can lean from the hip, and that is not the case. I have some friends that use the Zim adapter to use mouse and keyboard on console, and they still can't lean from the hip. That's because that feature is not implemented into console, and it's not implemented into the controller. And what the mouse and keyboard on Xbox does, it's just emulating a controller by using a mouse and keyboard. And especially on PC, if so, on PC, let's say, as soon as you use or move a controller, as soon as the Rainbow Six Siege on PC detects you using a controller or detects controller input, the UI switches to the console UI or the designated controller's UI. So if I have a PS4 controller and I plug it in, I'm pretty sure the UI is going to switch to a PS4 UI. But since I have an Xbox One controller, it switched to the Xbox One UI. And even if I use an Xbox One controller, note that I'm on PC. Even if I use a controller on PC, I still can't lean from the hip. I have to aim down sights. And you know, I don't like that. A lot of people that main console, they don't like that. And the excuse again is there's not enough buttons. And so what I tried to do was, I thought maybe if I lean with my keyboard, I can move my controller after I lean. So I'll just use my keyboard just to lean from the hip. But notice that when I press Q or E, and as soon as Rainbow Six detects controller input, or it'll switch the control UI, which doesn't support leaning from the hip, so it'll snap me out. So once again, I'm gonna press E. Oops. So I'm gonna press Q to lean to the left from the hip, and then I'm gonna press the button or move the joystick. It's gonna snap me out. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna move. It snaps me out. So let's see. Let's press. All right. So yeah. So it'll snap you out if you do anything on the controller. So that didn't work. So my solution was, and a lot of people were like, well, there's not enough buttons, so we need a solution. And hopefully this video would provide a solution for Ubisoft. Hopefully you see this video and they implement this in their test servers, because they just recently allowed people to enter the PC test servers with their console accounts. So hopefully, you know, they'll add this to the test server, because I play on PC sometimes, but I use my controller. So the solution I have was to simply hold down the A button and then press the lean. As you can see, it's not implemented into the controller, so if I click on the right, he'll just melee, and if I click the left, nothing happens. So that's what I would hope, because if you guys don't know, or if you're on PS4, you'll hold, this will be the X button, so you'll hold X, and then you'll click the dedicated lean buttons, which are the joysticks on consoles. And I think that would be a really good way to go, because a lot of people that play in tournaments, or a lot of competitive players, they either have an Xbox One Elite controller that has the buttons on the bottom, of the controller. So the A would be on the bottom, so you would hold A on the bottom of the controller, and you'll use your thumbs to click the sticks to lean from the hip. Or if you're on PS4, Scuff makes controllers, or the company Cinch Gaming makes controllers that have buttons at the back of the controller, where you can hold the X and then use the dedicated sticks to lean from the hip. I find that as a great solution, a good competitive solution for people, because the Pro League used to be on console. Back then, before the Invitational, they had an Xbox Pro League, and even those pros, most of them had Xbox One Elite controllers or Scuffs, but they did not have the feature to lean from the hip. So again, I propose that they add this, they add leaning from the hip to consoles, and my solution to that, since people say there's not enough buttons, is to simply hold A. And you guys are saying, oh, A is used for a lot of things like repelling, so you can use A to repel or use the A button to vault. But then when you're leaning from the hip, you're not going to do any of these actions. So so let's say I'm here, you know, so I can hold A and then click. So no, I find it a good solution because A is really just the action button. That's for vaulting or repelling. And that's my solution. That's just simply my solution to the problem. A lot of people are saying to hold down the, proposing that you hold down the left stick, the lean button, you hold down the left analog, or you hold on the right analog, and I didn't like that because if you hold down the right analog, your guy would melee first. And if you melee, you're going to give your position away, and people that sound whore in Rainbow Six, you know, it's a dead giveaway. And the left stick holding it down, that is the sprint. So yeah, that's, and all you guys, and if you guys are wondering, the people that do not have Elite controllers or Scuff controllers or Cinch controllers or whatever other third-party controller that you have that has the buttons on the back, if you just use a regular controller, I'm pretty sure, I mean, you guys might disagree, but I'm pretty sure those people that have regular controllers rather have this feature. So I'm pretty sure they won't mind holding down the A button with one hand and leaning, stretching their thumb across to their left thumb to click the right analog. I mean, just to lean from the hip. I mean, leaning from the hip is not like a huge thing. You're not gonna do it mid gunfight. I mean, you might, but it's not like a huge thing. It's just nice to have. So that's my solution. I propose that you hold A, and while you're holding A, you click the dedicated lean buttons, whichever button mapping you have, to lean from the hip. That's what I propose. And if you guys are on console and you guys like this idea, go ahead and leave a like, share the video. If you guys have a better controller scheme or a better method to this, leave it down in the comments. And yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Peace out, guys.